What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. I am sorry for this poor lighting. The sun is literally in the most inconvenient spot in the world. This was a very on-the-spot decision, but like I told you guys, I've been trying to go American for a pretty decent long chunk of time. Basically what we're doing right now is we're actually on our way to Wyoming. I got up at 5 this morning, left the house at about 6, give or take. We're meeting the seller in, I think it's called Point of Rocks or something like that, and it is a 3-hour drive, and we're already 2 hours into it. I think the thing that sucks like the most about this drive is the fact that everything looks literally everything looks like this. This is all it is, guys. This is all it is. We are literally what you would call in the boonies. And it just makes it tougher because no one is here to do this with me. I'm doing this on my own, but I've been wanting this car. I almost said it, but I'm not gonna say what it is until we actually get there. And my plan is to get there before the actual seller does. And I've shaved off so much time. Like, I am just straight mobbing. But anyway, guys, if we take a stop, I'll let you guys know, but I think what my plan is to just drive all the way down there. Like, just drive down this straight, because I don't want to stop and I don't want to waste any time, because I've got shit to do later on today. But, yeah, we'll see you soon. Peace. 3 hours later, we have made it to our destination. Fuck. I'm gonna clean off the hood a little bit real quick, just to make it look a little nicer. I made it here before he did. Homeboy made 2 stops while I was driving. I'm not really one to make a stop while I'm driving. I like to just make the whole thing. You know what I mean? I like to crisp and clean, no caffeine. You're too young if you don't know what that is. All in all, it was not too terrible of a drive. It just does kind of suck because I'm the only one that made this drive. Like I said earlier, I tried getting multiple people to come with me, but all y'all pansies, bro. Alright guys, so the car that we copped ended up being a Beamer. Sorry it was such a this was a really shitty like introduction to the car. But right now what we're gonna do is we're actually pulling up to Jay's work right now, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna show her the car. I told her I had a surprise for her, but I didn't tell her what it was, and she's been wanting to know what it is. But and she asked for a hint, but I told her, like, if I give you a hint, it's gonna give it away. So let's go get a reaction. See ya. What do you think? What do you think?
I knew it was a car.
What do you think?
Yeah. Just kidding. It's nice. But why an Escalade?
You just called this an Escalade?
Or whatever it's called. A Cadillac. That's what it's called. Not a Cadillac.
Why a Cadillac?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this right now. I give you guys permission to flame her in the comments. She doesn't watch the videos, and so she wouldn't know. I think she likes it. I'm not gonna put like solid words on it though, just because you heard her reaction. She said, "Why a Cadillac?" I'm just kidding, but still. Damn, I was hoping for a better reaction, to be honest with you. I was hoping for a lot better of a reaction, but it is what it is, I guess. I wanted to make this a 2-parter, like get in the actual car itself, and then for one video, and then revealing it to my friends as a second video, but that didn't work out because a lot of my friends are out of town right now, so it is what it is. Anyway guys, well if we have anyone else to show, I'll show you, but until then, peace. That is such a terrible angle, but I apologize. I can't really do anything about it. The reason why it's super dark out right now is because it's literally night, and it is hot as balls in here. The reason why I'm recording this right now is because I have to get this video out tomorrow, which means I gotta get it finished tonight and edited tonight, so that way I can post it tomorrow. So I looked over the last thing I recorded, which was telling you guys the guy wanted to do a straight trade clean across. But basically this video, I wanted to do 2 separate videos. I wanted to do one, yeah, I'm sorry for the shadows too, I can't really do anything about that. I wanted to do one video where it was the car reveal itself for you guys, and then I wanted to do another video where I get my friends' reactions. But we finally showed Louise the car yesterday, and my dumbass couldn't find my goddamn camera, and it turns out it was on the floor in the back seat the whole entire time. So it is what it is. Anyway, so this video is basically a reveal of what the car is, because I'm literally sitting in it right now, and it's not the cleanest thing ever, but it's way cleaner than the Lancer was. So let's give you guys a quick tour really quickly. So we've got the steering wheel. The steering wheel's a freaking, this thing is huge. This thing is absolutely ginormous. Like, I've got my seat all the way, like, almost to the point to where, like, it can't go back anymore, because that's just the way I drive. I drive, if you know me personally, you know that I drive very, very kickback, right? But the steering wheel's a whole ass boat. Like, I can literally, my knee always touches when I go to hit the clutch. So I want to replace the steering wheel. Maybe, depends, I don't know, but it's a big ass steering wheel. And then you've got the front dash, you know what I mean? She's pretty clean, to be honest. She's pretty clean. Definitely getting new floor mats, because these things are dirty as shit. And then the back seats aren't in the best shape. They're a little tore up, but it's not bad, and that's just some work stuff. But let's show you guys the outside of the car. And I just locked my dang steering wheel. That is unfortunate. So overall, technicality speaking wise, this car is in a lot better shape than what the Lancer was and ever will be, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I had high hopes for the Lancer itself, but financially wise, I just couldn't keep up with it. First, let's start off with the side. So we got, I don't know a lot about these because I didn't buy them, but they are curb rashed. I did that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did that. I fell asleep at the wheel. But these are sitting on some 19s, all 4 tires. I'm gonna close this just so it looks more clean. If I can, there we go. Okay, so we've got 19s all around on the tires. Okay, here's the back of it, right? We've got 19s all around. We've got a retint her, but she's not looking too bad. This one's already darker than hell. You know what I mean? She's not in the best shape, you know. We've got some dings and some bruises around. Does need some headlight work, as you can tell. These things are, what's the word? Fogged, I guess. Really foggy, I guess is the word. Definitely needs a new bumper as well, because as you can see, that not only is that just bugs, but it's also scratching and it's like regular damage stuff. And then I'm either gonna do an emblem delete, like get a whole new grille for it, just because as you can see, the emblem itself is not intact that much. And then as for the hood, I have not decided what I want to do for the hood yet, just because there isn't that much I can do. I don't want to do a carbon fiber one because I just don't feel like that's worth it, to be honest. But other than that, car's not in bad shape. This side is the most clean side there is. This is what the non-damaged wheel looks like, or the non-damaged rim. And as you can see, a little bit in there, the rotor is a little rusted, but it still works perfectly fine. Previous owner literally redid the brake pads just before I popped the car from him. So, you know, we're chilling there. We do got to replace that. And then there's another one that I need to replace too. Don't show the license plate. That. So we need to replace 2 housings for the lights. I now get discounts because of the store I work at. So it makes it a lot easier. The way how the discount works is the company buys the part and then I buy it for like whatever the company buys it for, and then plus 10%, if that makes sense. For example, my brother-in-law's Can-Am. He needs a new transmission belt for his Can-Am, which is, I don't actually exactly know where it is right now, but anyway. The belt itself, he pays like $210, $220, somewhere around there. And with my discount, I'm only paying like $160 something. So it's a pretty fat discount, if we're being honest. And I'm sorry I'm in such like a mellow mood. I'd be a little bit more energetic, but I'm tired of shit. I gotta finish this video up and I gotta edit it, and it's gotta be up by tomorrow. First, I want to put the car itself on either 17s or 16s, one of the two, because right now, because of how big the wheels, like the rims themselves are, whenever I turn all the way to the left or I turn all the way to the right, I rub like mad. It's bad. It's not like terrible, but you can definitely tell I am rubbing, so I'm definitely gonna get that fixed. As for the suspension, I'm gonna get the suspension redone too, because the shocks on this thing are seized. Not badly, they're just not in the best shape that they could be in, you know what I mean? New steering wheel, and then I thought about bucket seats, but then I started practicing sitting all the way upright, because that's how a bucket seat sits, and oh my gosh, let me tell you, I am so used to riding like kick back that whenever my seat is kicked up, it hurts my back so much. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. So I'm still debating on doing it or not. That one's still up in the air, but you know what I mean. And I'm also kind of debating on whether or not I want to turbocharge it to supercharge it. Some buddies of mine at work told me it's not worth it to supercharge because supercharging is more expensive than turbocharging. And I've already got the space in the engine bay for turbocharger, for like a little small one, you know what I mean? And technically speaking, my original idea was to throw a Whipple charger onto it. So that way, the actual Whipple charger itself, if you buy it from a certain company, there's just a bracket that hangs on to the actual alternator itself. And all I'd have to do is reroute the windshield wiper reservoir, and that's literally it. And obviously there's a little bit of cutting into it, but that's not hard. I can easily do that. I wanted to broaden my horizon when it came to my expertise on cars, because you know, we had the V-Dub, which was our very first car ever, we ever bought with our own money. Right, and that car itself only lasted what, a few months maybe, right? And then we got the BMW after that, and we put a bigger turbo on that one. We put a blow-off valve on it. We put that one on coils. We straight piped it. Obviously I didn't record all that, but it was all there. And I didn't really like the blow-off valve I put on it, just because it was one of those ones where it would go like whoop, instead of like, you know what I mean, whoop, da, 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 da. Like I prefer the shutter instead of the straight like shut down, if that makes sense. I don't know what the name of like the technical like differences are, but you know what I mean. I want to make sure it runs right, because right now currently there's a misfire, but misfires aren't hard to deal with. I remember when the Lancer got a misfire, all I had to do was just replace the spark plugs, and it ran perfectly fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace the spark plugs and see if that fixes anything. If that doesn't fix anything, then I'm gonna change the coil packs, but I don't want to do the coil packs first because the coil packs are freaking like $150 a piece. Let's get this thing riding first, like riding right first, before we do any power mods to it. Small rims, we'll go with like 17s, maybe 16s, somewhere around there, right? And then we're gonna lower it a little bit too, just because I got roasted so bad at work today, because the car itself has got like monster truck fitment right now. But I think that's what we're gonna start out with. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. I drove a whole last 3.5 hours on my own because all my boys are pussies and they didn't want to drive with me. No, I'm just playing. But I drove a whole last 3 hours just to get this car, and so far it has been worth it every single second. The next video will be more in depth, but it'll be during the day, so that way I can actually show you guys what the car itself actually looks like in like broad daylight. I might record a little bit of it tomorrow, but obviously that won't be up until next week. But anyways guys, until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did. I know I say this in every video, but still, I know I enjoyed this video. It was a very fun one. I can't wait to get into this whole American market thing, dude. I'm excited. Like, I much prefer, if I'm being honest, I prefer the sound of a blow-off valve more than I prefer the supercharger. But it is what it is. Anyways, guys, until next time, peace.